Hi, I'm Brad Gilbert, and welcome to Sports School. Today we're going to talk a little doubles strategy, and we're fortunate enough today to have the world's #1 team, Mike and Bob Bryan, to discuss a little doubles strategy. Come on over, guys. Let's talk a little doubles. What are we going to talk today on the doubles?
Well, I think doubles is a different game than singles. There's stuff that you can do in singles that's going to do you no good in doubles. You got to communicate well with your partner, and you got to move well with your partner. You got to close the holes.
So you don't want to play singles while you're playing doubles.
Exactly. You want to communicate with your partner, give signals. You know, you want to be covering his back.
You know what I thought the key to doubles was? Picking a good partner.
That's true. You do need to pick a good partner. I'm lucky I play with my twin brother. We've been playing together since age 6, but you need to know what you do well, and you need to know what your partner does well. If you have a big serve and can't return, don't find another big server that can't return, because you're never going to break. I'm lucky. I return really well, and Bob serves really well.
Hence, that's why you guys are the #1 team in the world.
So we can hold serve and break serve.
Pretty good combination. Thanks. Let's do a little double strategy, guys.
Let's do it.
We're talking a little double strategy today with the boys, the Bryan twins. Talk to me about the movement and the communication. How important are those for doubles?
Oh, well, first of all, I think the best situation to be in, you and your partner at net. You want to be at net. You have the advantage. We feel like we can win every point if we're at net. Now,
it's a good start.
This is how far you want to be apart. You don't want to be any more than this or any less than this.
So you're about 10 feet apart.
10 feet.
Yeah, so you guys can cover the middle and cover the end.
Yeah, so if a ball goes wide and I go out here, Bob's got to shift over and give the opponent the dipper, which is the hardest shot in tennis, I think, for a doubles guy. And this is the worst scenario in doubles. If I go back and Bob's at net, and then there are 2 guys at net here. So there's a big gaping hole.
Down the middle.
Yeah, down the middle.
You want to eliminate that.
Yeah. Communication is really important. We're lucky we've been playing together since 6 years old. We're twins. We think alike. We're almost telepathic. But most people, the club players, they should talk about before the match. They should have signals. Like, say,
like their little
thumb the little finger, where they're going to serve,
sideways.
What they're going to do, what type of serve. Because you don't want your partner to get burned. If you serve wide,
you guys got to cover the alley.
If the guy's going to, you think you're serving down the middle, he's going to want to poach. He's going to get burned down the alley, and then we'll start fighting. And we don't want to do that. Because if we start fighting,
the quickest demise in doubles, right? Is getting down on your partner.
We do not play well when we fight. We play our best when we get along. When he's pumping me up, when I'm pumping him up. Once you get on your partner, it's over.
So the key, communication and movement.
Signals are good too. We use rock, paper, scissors. I've seen everyone use everything in the book, but we do scissors for poach. I don't know if I should be telling you guys this, but we do paper for stay and fake, and we do rock for.
So if I was a signal buster,
if
I was a signal buster, I got to sit behind you and I could relay the message back. Yeah. I'd be like one of those baseball third base coaches. I'd be stealing signals.
No, but then
I don't think it would help against you guys.
We also have code words, so that if you're behind the court and you're getting a read on this, the rock, paper, scissors, then we throw in the code words. We use the word Bergie.
What does Chucky mean? You know what that means?
Chucky must mean a mad kicker out wide.
No. That means a T flat serve down the T.
I say T-bone, like 18-ounce T-bone stick.
T-bone Chucky. That's where we got it.
So no one knows our code names.
Very good.
And it's just between Bob and I. And we've got to use signals and communication.
And Bob, what about when you return serve? You guys use signals if you return low, to Mike to poach, or vice versa?
Yes, we do. If Mike is returning back there on the ag court.
And he's the radar returner, right? He never misses a return?
Never misses a return. I'll tell him to return up the line. And I'll put my finger like that. So I'll tell him to go down the line, so I'm ready when that ball goes to the net man. I'll be ready to reflex a volley. If I'm not aware of it, I'll be looking over here, thinking a guy's going to hit a volley over here, get hit in the throat. So
I guess that's why I was never that good in doubles. I was never thinking about communicating on the return, because I would get stuck playing singles in doubles, and that's what gets you into big trouble when you're trying to play singles on the doubles court.
Now you got to work as a unit. You got to work together. And then when Mike's serving, I'm at net, and I'm telling him if I'm going to poach. I'm telling them where to serve, so I don't get burned down that line.
All right, this is one of the techniques we use for communication in doubles. When I'm serving and Bob's at net, he's like the catcher. I'm the pitcher. He uses hand signals behind his back. We're going to show you a few of them. Now my job, being the net man, is I want to get anything I can in the air. I don't want him hitting the volley at his shoelaces. I want to go across and try to get it high. Now, I'm going to let him know if I tell him to go wide. If I put this signal right here, that means go wide, and I'm going to cover more of the alley. I can't poach. You know, it's too easy for a guy to run out wide and hit a ball down my alley. So I'll shift over. Right now I'm going to call a body serve, which is this one right down the middle, and I'm going to call a poach, which we call the scissors. And when Mike sees that, that means he's going to shift over and cover my back, and I'm going to go right across the court, try to get the ball high over the net. Typical doubles right there. You got to be able to poach. The best doubles teams have good movement. And right there, Bob's not going to let me come all the way from the baseline, run up to net, and catch that ball below the net. He's going to go across and just kill that thing.
And you never want to have the server take that high volley. That's where the net guy should always take that, right?
Net guy's got to be very active. All right, right now I'm going to call for a T serve, which is this signal, the pinky out, showing the T serve. And I'm going to do the paper, which is a fake and stay. I'm going to fake right before he's about to hit the return. Hopefully he takes his eye off the ball, throws him off, he'll shank it. I'm going to fake, come back here, but I'm still going to look for the ball in the middle of the court. I'm not going to get crazy and go across, but anything high and across the court I'll still take.
That's good teamwork. You played the first volley, he came in for the finisher. Very nice. You did exactly what you said you were going to do.
It wasn't a great return. I didn't poach, but I still saw it in the middle, so I took it out of the air. All right, this is a very common doubles position. Two net guys, and we're going to be hitting the ball to the deuce court here. So when we hit to the deuce court, we're going to shift our position over about a foot. So Brad's going to hit the ball down the line. Mike will not get burned because he's over by a foot, and I'll cover that middle ball.
Right there, that's doubles communication. Just like as you said, ball went in the alley, you cut it off, and then you close to the middle, right down Main Street, and then you both backed up together for the overhead. Great teamwork. That's why you guys play good doubles there. So like me, I would have been watching my partner, and I would have been holding my position. I wouldn't have naturally moved towards the middle. I would have been thinking, okay, my partner's over wide, I better just hold my ground.
Yeah, the middle's a huge part of the court. You don't want to leave that open. You want to give him the little dipper. That's the hardest shot in tennis. Give him that shot.
See that? I never moved like that. That's a great play. I see why it works.
Now we're going to do the same thing. We're both at net again. I've served the ball, and I've come in, and I've hit that ball deep into the ag court. So we're going to shift over again. Takes away all the angle from this guy, the opponent. All right, let's do it.
Now see right there, did you watch your brother go over there, or you just naturally moved over with him?
Just naturally moved over. We don't use any signals. It's just a good feel for doubles. You got to watch your partner and move with them. Imagine that there's a rope tied between them, and so you got to move together.
I'm pulling it with a rope.
If I stay over here, there's a gaping hole both sides. But if we move over here and the ball's over there, then it gives him only one option, is to go hit the severe dipper into about a dime-sized portion of the court.
So when you shift all the way over to the alley, do you have to let your brother know to move in the middle? How does a club player know to do that?
Well, we feel like we have a rope tied between us. So when I shift over, I kind of just pull Mike. We flow together. We've been playing since we were 2 years old, tournament since we were 6, so it all flows. You don't have time to tell your partner if you're a club player. You can't yell in the middle of a point. You got to kind of see it out of the corner of your eye and just kind of flow.
During this movement, when you're both at net, you don't have time to do signals. We only use signals for serve and return. This is just a feel for doubles. Always watch your partner. If he shifts over, you move with him. Just see it out of the corner of your eye.